Good evening. It's Sunday, the 5th of January, 2025. It's 1840 here in the UK. Welcome to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. And as always, it's not my story, it's not your story. Today's story is Practice Makes Better in Real Racing 3, and today is part 4 of that mini series. Already got a few comments in the chat, so let me read those out on the YouTube side. The Monster Crow is back and says, "Yo, welcome along. Good to have you back." Oh, looks like he was expecting the stream to start on time. Yes, I'm a little bit late. Just been one of those days, but thanks for joining. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. Oh, a Yokotar's comment hasn't come through on my console, but I do see it on the YouTube side. So, hi, Mr. Tony. How are you doing? I am doing very well. However, it is a bit of a miserable day here in the UK. It has been very cold all day, and pretty much most of the country has had snow over Sunday night. So yeah, it's been one of those days when you just look out the window and as beautiful as it looks, you just go, oh. But here we are. Here we are, hopefully racing again. The Monster Crow also says, "How am I doing?" And yeah. As sort of as I've just said, really. I'm okay, but it is cold here. It is very cold here. It's definitely in the minuses, so I suspect there'll be a heavy freeze tonight, which will mean it will be quite treacherous on the roads tomorrow. So, especially if you're in the UK, everyone take care out there. Right, okay. So let's get on. Let me share my screen, my iPad screen. Let's have a look. There we go. All right. Now, I think I said I was going to race the first off in the garage. I was going to race the Rimac. I'm going to be doing that tomorrow, and the reason being is for some reason I thought the Rimac PR was lower than what it was, and it isn't. It's actually at 110.3. So today my intention is to race cars between 90 and 100 PR. And tomorrow I'll be racing cars of 100 or above. So Yokota has put, I know UK it has had lots of snow. Stay warm and stay safe. I was actually out on the road this morning just to get home because I was away last night. But I got home safely, steady. You know what I'm like, steady to get home safely. It did look at one point as if it was going to be snowing all day, so the decision was made to get home earlier rather than later. But as it turned out, that snow didn't really happen during the day and turned into rain for most parts of the country. The snow is still here, but it sort of stopped raining. It has washed away some of the snow, but if it's going to be a really cold night, as I said, it's going to turn the snow that's here into ice, and obviously the roads will be very icy in the morning. So I don't look forward to that. Fortunately, I haven't got to drive anywhere in the morning, but there we go. I'm just going to stop showing my screen because for some reason the audio, which again I've tested before, isn't working. So let me just sort that out. Let's see if we can get it working now. Right. Come on. There you go. Weird how it does that. That's twice it's done that. Not to worry, it's working now. Share the screen again. We've got volume this time, or or audio. So there we go. Right. So I'm not going to be doing the Rimac Nevera. What I have been doing is just going back over the cars that I have raced and just to see overall what my thoughts are. And indeed, predominantly been focusing on day two. So the cars that are in the PR group 40 to 70, because I didn't really plan that very well. So I ended up only having one or two races per car, did more cars, but really didn't achieve a great deal. So I went back and off screen, I did some more racing. So what I'm definitely finding is I can set a faster time with no assists, but as the PR of the cars increase, and as the if you like the grip, the downforce of the cars, if they're particularly low, what I'm finding those sort of cars, I'm only getting into Group B in the time trials and not into Group A. I've only been successful in getting into Group A with either cars that have a lower PR because it looks like mistakes are a little bit more forgiving in the lower PR cars, or indeed those cars have higher uh, downforce. So I'm hoping what I'm going to do today is most of the cars, he said, in the 90 to 100 range, although they are fast, they've probably got quite a lot of downforce. So they should be good to race. So hopefully I'll be able to show quite a bit of improvement when I move um, the racing over to um, zero assists. Also on the YouTube side, on um, sorry, also on the chat on the YouTube side, Lee Melvin says hello. Welcome along, Lee. Good to have you with us. Hope you've had a good day. Hope you're looking forward to the racing that's about to happen. Okay, so I'll do the usual thing. So I'll go into my road garage, specifically do a search in my road garage and highlight the maxed out cars. Now, it has done probably what I didn't want it to do. So let me just come out of there. Let's just do the Ford. There we go. Now let's go back into the maxed out. And I'll just go left to right. So I'm looking for cars. Now, again, earlier on today, I did make sure that all the cars have been fully serviced. So I've got plenty of racing to be had in the 90 to 100 cars. And there are quite a few. There we go. There's the first one. The Porsche 919 Hybrid 2015. Okay. Technically speaking, it is sort of split between it really should be the motorsports section, but it's actually in the split between motorsports and the road collection, as you can see there. So we've got endurance legends and prototypes 2015 season. The prototypes one being in motorsports and the endurance legends being in the road collection. I'm going to try and avoid doing Le Mans because it is just a heavy lap. Oh, there's nothing on that one, so I can't do that one then. So I'll have to go back and do the 2015 season. Hopefully, there's some. Yeah, there's quite a few. Hopefully, it's not a particular car. Now, I reckon Silverstone would be a good one to race around for this car. So I might give that a go. Let's have a look what else we've got. The Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Definitely dodging Le Mans and the Nürburgring. Yeah, let's give the British Grand Prix a go. So Silverstone. Let's see how we get on. Now, do I already have a time? Yeah, not a particularly good time to be fair. So yeah, top 90%. So I reckon I've done that time when the car needed servicing. Now this car A doesn't need servicing and B is at 100%. So I'm going to do a difference there. Lee's put in the chat, my weekly time trial is at Group B, not fully upgraded, and so only have 100 gold. Well, that's not bad, you know. It's not bad. And maybe just to before I start racing, you'll see that I've got up to 1,000 gold. So I am in gold harvesting mode. This is effectively day 12 of that, and I've been aiming for an average of 70 gold a day. So this being day 12 and well above that. So I'm quite happy where I am. I'll only earn 50 gold. Um, so I'll only earn 50 gold, but I'm quite happy with that. And I've not fully upgraded the Eureka either. I've decided not to. What I did do is I partially upgraded it so that I could complete the series, and I decided to stop there. And that seems to have worked okay for me. I think it's made sure that I have got into Group C and therefore get 50 gold. I didn't see an opportunity in me getting into Group B with that particular car, so I decided against upgrading that car. Monster Crow says, "Is that your home race?" Well, I suppose it's technically the closest to where I live. I mean, Silverstone is close to Northampton, which is sort of like, well, I suppose technically it's in the Midlands, but I reckon Northampton's about 100 miles away from where I am. So, as good as a home circuit as I can get, I think, is Silverstone. But the reason why I like it, the track, is it's a good mixture of straights, sharp corners, and fast twists and turns. So it's a good test. Now, hopefully, this car should be all right. I mean, just look at the grip on this car. So, in terms of picking cars that I think favour me generally, it is the cars with higher downforce. So hopefully, I'll do all right. So I'm going to set a first lap with the assists on. For most of the time today, I have been racing with assists off. So I'll just need to reset that. So my default setting up until the start of these streams was traction control off, steering assist high, brake assist on low. So my intention is just to basically set a is basically to set a reference point. Then I'll turn all the assists off and see if I can match that reference point and then beat that reference point. Let's see how I get on. Still don't see me knocking 10 seconds off the time though, and my previous time was 20 seconds behind, top of the list effectively. But I have improved the baseline by 5 seconds, so maybe it won't be too far off. Ooh, almost went off there. I take it all back. Look at that, 8 seconds. So this should be quite challenging when I turn off all the assists. Wow, there we go. So a whole 11 seconds quicker. So 121.704 must have gone up quite a few groups. It will be interesting which group I've ended up in. So still not particularly quick, I'd say. So Group E. It's not actually telling me. It's not actually telling me what number I am overall. So I'm intrigued whether or not lots of people have got this car, but I can't tell from this initial information. So what have I got? 121.704, and I can get into Group D by going quicker than 121.226. Okay, let's just go round, and so I can see exactly what number I am overall. Oh no, I am 27,507. So if you remember, I was saying in yesterday's stream, I think as soon as you get into the 20,000s, you're technically getting close to being the top 1%. Sorry, top 5%, even if it doesn't necessarily show in this leaderboard. And I think it all comes down to how many people actually own any of the cars in this particular series. But there we go. So let's try that again. This time with the assists off. Let's see how we get on. Now, if I am true to form, what will happen is I won't be quite as quick initially, but over the time of retrying, I have found that I typically get quicker and better. So let's find out. Oh, I've already gone off track. Oh dear, that's not a good start. Let's just quit that straight away and try that again. Okay, that's a little bit better. Oh, still went off track. Okay, got to rediscover the braking points in this car. Thought they would be later, but maybe they're not. So obviously this lap won't count, but in fairness, I am only a second down for a first attempt. So I don't think that's too bad. It does look like the stream is being a bit jittery today, so I might have a look at that in a minute. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right. Completely got that wrong. But overall, first attempt without any assists on, only 2.5 seconds slower than the reference point. I don't think that's too bad. I don't think that's too bad at all. Let's try again. Let me just have a look. Yeah, there's a bit of a stutter, unfortunately, I think, in the stream. Let me just have a look. Let's try that again. There you go, that's better. Oof. Managed to stay on that time. And I'm even up at this moment in time. Can't imagine that lasting. Ooh, how did I not go off there? Yeah, I think the AirPlay is actually playing up as well. So I might switch to the other one. Right, all I've got to do is remember when I'm going into the last set of corners, I've got to brake really early. Oh, it's a shame. I was going too slow in that final corner. So this one's a really sharp one there. Okay. So bearing in mind I only just went off the track a little and I was 1.6 seconds quicker, it's a lot better. I'm just looking at the stream. It doesn't look too bad, to be fair. I think we're okay. So I'll try that again. Okay, so again, I'm up. Gotta be careful. No. Yeah, I figured I'd put the brakes on a bit too late there. Let's try that again. Might be a lot of that again today. Well, that's how it is. There we go. Oh, I think I'm getting such good acceleration out of that first corner. I'm probably going to have to brake earlier as a result. So let's try that again. Let's try that again. Now I probably put the brakes on way too early. But I am up. Okay. So 0.6 seconds up at this point. There we go. Don't go off track. All right. Okay, that's not too bad. A second up. Now this bit is the problem bit. It feels unnatural to brake so hard. There we go. I think I could have braked just a little bit later, but there you go. That's all right. In three attempts, I've done better than the baseline with the assists on well, not across the board, but on braking on low and steering on high. So have I moved up a group? Yeah, so I've moved up to group D. So 119.720. Probably got to go some now to get into group C. But I reckon I can get into group C. It does look like there's lots of opportunity to improve my lap there. A few things in the chat, so let's have a read through those. Yako Yokota has put, I like Silverstone. Yeah, it is a good old fashioned track. I do like doing tests on it. To be fair, it is pretty good for that. The Monster Crows put ARG, so I guess that was one of my fails. And then they've put it was fast. Yeah, it is. It is a fast lap. These cars are as quick as the F1 cars are. But what I find out is that these cars probably haven't got as much acceleration or speed, but they do seem to have slightly better downforce. Possibly, maybe not the new set of cars. Maybe the 2019 sets for sure. Okay, let's see if I can go even faster then. So 120.88. I've effectively got to knock a second off to get into Group C. Already quite happy with what I've done there. So let's give this another go. So now I can really test the limits, and there will be lots of pain, I'm afraid, here. There you go. So, okay, that's a weakness. I'm not going to worry too much about the fact the lap won't be valid. I know that's an area that I've got to improve. How many seconds quicker can I go? Yeah, pushing too hard there. Well, there's no point going any further if my shadow's overtaken me. But I think there's a good 2 or 3 seconds overall to be improved on. Let's see if I can do it in this lap. Okay. Ironically, by braking more, I got a bigger lead. Okay, I'm up by a second. So can I just keep this up? I do see what I mean. I do like cars with much higher downforce, even though probably you lose a bit of speed. I've always found I'm better in corners on this game than in straights. I have actually lost quite a bit of time. I've gone too far. Oh, it's a shame. That is a shame. Forgot about the break at the end there. It's a hard break into that final hard corner, and I forgot about it. Let's try again if I can. Yeah, I've got one more lap in me, so let's see if I can go faster. Oh, don't mess up. I'm actually 2 tenths down on the last lap, even though I'm ahead. So it's not brilliant. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a shame. Yeah, we'll service the car. Okay, so in terms of the first car, I did achieve my goal very quickly, and then really I was pushing just a bit too hard, so I kept losing it. Um, Overall, I went over a second quicker than my baseline time. So haven't done brilliantly though overall. To be fair, I'm only in Group D, but you see, I wonder though if just look where I am. I'm 9,000th. So it will be one of those things that even though I'm in Group D, probably again not loads of people have this car, and the people that do have this car have probably played the game a long time, quite experienced in playing the game. So I think I've done okay there. I mean, how many seconds am I behind? I'm 8 seconds. Yeah, I reckon I could knock at the very least 2.5 seconds off that time, putting in, an absolute, not perfect lap, obviously, but perfect for me. So that's not too bad. Um, uh, Lee Melvin has put the Eureka '07 Imp 2, but one day exclusive series. You never know. Yeah, yeah. I tell you, I understand what you're saying there, Lee. But again, what I do is I always play the gold game based on what you know, not what might happen. So that's why I'm always when I'll do my reviews. I mean, in fairness, this week it won't be on Tuesday. It will actually be on Thursday when I go through the cars that are on sale. I always say you look at the cost of the upgrades that can be applied to a car, and then you have to balance it out and look at the rewards. And if there are no rewards to be had, I typically don't upgrade the car. So one car down, I think overall that's a success. I've improved quite significantly on that car. So let's go back to the road garage. Okay. So maxed out. Got to go down here a little bit. Right, so I've just passed it. Now, I think I might have just passed a couple of cars. Okay, so that Porsche 919 hybrid is the one I've just done. So that's currently being serviced. The Koenigsegg Regera is next. Now, this is a whole different beast because in comparison to the Porsche 919 hybrid, this car is faster. But even though the grip looks like it's okay, relative to its acceleration and speed, it's a lot lower. So I might not be quite so good at this, but let's give it a go and see what happens. So a new person in the chat on the YouTube side, LM_DJ, welcome along. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Let's put the following comment. This is what I did for the Eureka. I did the upgrades with the sale, and I can get into Group B in the weekly time trial now. Okay, that's good. That's well done. It sounds like I mean, that is well done. To be fair, it sounds like Lee's in Group B without the upgrades. So I think Lee's doing all right. He's put a couple of crying emojis in there, but I think he's done all right. Getting into Group B with a car that's not fully upgraded, and getting 100 gold. I think that's quite an achievement, as it is yourself, LM_DJ. Getting into Group B after you've fully upgraded the car is an achievement, in my opinion. I typically find when I get to when I get to when I get a car fully upgraded and I do the weekly time trial, I typically now get into Group C, and I've only once got into Group B. But that's very well done to both of you, in my opinion. The Monster Crow says, "Was it the Agera RS?" It wasn't. It was the Regera, which is this one. Now, I don't think this. Right. So have I got right? Yeah. So I do have the Koenigsegg Agera R, but it's not fully upgraded, so I won't be racing that today. Whereas I do have, I don't know, the Koenigsegg Regera fully upgraded. So the reason, again, just to explain, oh dear, I am not doing Le Mans because it takes up half your durability, even if you've got a car fully upgraded. So I'll move from Hypercar Charge and I'll go into Angle Homes Advance and see what track this car. See, there we go. There's the Koenigsegg Agera RS. I do have that fully upgraded, so I will be racing that as well. The Monster Crow. So that is in the 90 to 100 range. So that will be on the list. So I'll do both that one and the Koenigsegg Regera. So let's start with the Regera. So this is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway track. I do like this track. This is a good track. I imagine this car might struggle at the beginning bit of this track, to be fair. But let's have a look. Now, I do have, by the looks of it, a shadow, so I'm not going to worry about setting a shadow. I've got no idea whether, yeah. I knew that'd be the case. Let me just do that again. I'm going to go a little bit slow. Yeah, already I can see this car has definitely got less grip. Yeah, I feel like I am skating on ice. Okay, now this is the worst corner, this one here. Very easy to go off track there. So I do think this lap is made up or broken by that first corner, getting that braking point right. Oh. So I'm a whole 2 seconds down on my shadow at this moment in time. 2 seconds slower with no assists. But as always, that's the challenge, to improve. So let's see how we get on. So currently my best time. Wow, okay. So I must have done with the assists on a best time when the car didn't need servicing of a 101.751, which is in Group C. So the top 10%. Not, I assume also that I did that. I'm assuming also rather that I did that time trial previously when the car was fully upgraded. Bearing in mind this car, the lap that I've done is only 4 seconds away from those people that are completely top of the list. I don't think that's too bad. I'm going to just go round again so I can see in terms of position where I am. Let's have a look. So again, 6,732 immediately tells me not a lot of people actually have this car. So because there's fewer people, getting into the higher percentage groups is therefore a lot harder. But let's give this another go. Let's give this another go. So 101.751. Word to break. Oh, I honestly think I've set quite a good lap there. Now this corner I hate. There we go. Now this car just starts sliding. Okay, so I was 1.5 seconds slower that time. Oh, Carlos Guerra is in the chat. Welcome along, Carlos. Not seen you for a while. Has put, hey, nice to see you without assistance. Yeah, so yeah. In these streams, there'll be another one tomorrow. I'll be setting baseline with some of the assists on, and then attempting to beat it without the assists. So yeah. Right. Okay. So what have I got here then? So 1.5 seconds off my current best lap or best time around this particular circuit with this car. Let's go again. I think I just about got the braking correct at the beginning, but I might see if I can push it out just a little bit more. Yeah, you see, there you go. Just give me a couple of goes just to find out how much I can push this brake in. Right, so that's too late to be fair. So let me do that again. The first one was too early. No, the first one was way too late. The second one was too early. I'm looking at the second set of flags as somewhere in there as being the breaking point. So let's have a look. Right, I've done it in the middle this time. I think that's about spot on. That is about spot on. Oh. I lost it though, unfortunately. Didn't think I was doing too badly. I'm not at this moment in time. I've got no idea where I'm going to catch the time up. It's a pretty solid lap. Oh, I've done too late. I've done too late. Yeah. Okay, so that is definitely the middle on the second set of flags on the right hand side. It's definitely somewhere in the middle there. So not this set. This set. Now, this is a hard car to control. Yeah, I did think I'd had brake just a little bit too late there. Just seeing if I can find any places I can actually make time up on my shadow, and I've done it again. I've braked too late. Oh, there we go. Invalid lap. Let's try again. Michael Warren enters the chat on the YouTube side and says, "Race hard." Yes, sir. Okay, I think I got it this time. Oof, right on the edge. Right on the edge. I think that was as late as I can brake there. That first corner. I mean, the problem is at the moment, I'm really not hitting the racing line because I'm just struggling so much with this car. Oh, dear. Nope. So this car, as predicted, I am struggling with. So this might be a car that I'm not able to set a faster time on. But we still got a bit of time to go, so let's have a look. Focus on the flags. I think I went a bit too early. And I went off. Shame. I'm going to keep going, though, because I went off again. Use it as an opportunity just to see if I can find... Right on the edge. And I brake too hard there. Brake too hard. Brake too hard. I've literally got to brake as soon as those corners come in. And I missed my braking point. There we go. Just about got that right. So I'm saying I'm not going to improve. I don't think I am. There we go. But maybe I can improve. As in set a best time without a brake now. Definitely. There we go. That's the difference. Such a fine line and almost off track there. Okay. So the car can lose it here. So I'm just, there you go. Oh dear. Lost it there big time. Probably about the same, 1.5 seconds. 1.5 seconds slower. So this car, I seem to have hit a bit of a plateau, unfortunately. But I'll do the Agera RS next, because that might be a car with a little bit more downforce. Okay. I'm about there. One little mistake though, and you're a second behind. Brake early. Oh, shame. See, there you go. Right on the tail there, and then a little skid, and I'm at 1.5 seconds back. So I think sometimes it's best not to. There we go. I did actually go a bit quicker, 1.3 seconds behind my shadow. I do think it's a little bit better to just be a bit careful so you can accelerate fast out rather than, speed all the time. But yeah, this car's proving to be a little bit difficult for me. Probably got another 2 chances goes left before it needs servicing. Focus on the flags. Now I did brake quite late there, so it'd be interesting. Yeah, there we go. Just off. I could sense, but no. Brake just a little bit too late there, but first set of flags, second set of flags. That's about right this time. Let's go. There we go. Almost lost it. 0.4 seconds behind the shadow. Oh, hello. Looks like the audio is playing up, so I will switch to the other air player. You'll just have to bear with me while I finish this lap. I'll just turn the audio off. The air player has messed up. It's strange that it only impacts the audio. It doesn't actually impact the video, but there we go. So that time I was 0.9 seconds slower, which isn't too bad at all. So let me just now stop showing that screen. I'll ditch that. That looks like it's okay. So let's connect it to the other one. Then I'll share my screen. Oh. And again, I might not. Carlos in the chat has put, take it easy on the steering wheel. You can't squeeze it too hard. Imagine that you have the little birds in your hand and you can't strangle them. Good advice. Good advice. I shall do my best. All right, let's get the AirPlay back up. Let's share. Hopefully I've got audio. There we go. That's better. Right. Okay. On to the other AirPlay then. Share my screen again. In a minute. Doing a lot of messing about today, aren't I? There we go. On screen. Okay, so haven't yet been able to go any quicker, but slowly but surely eking away at that time. 1.4 seconds behind my current fastest lap, which was done with assists on. So let's give it another go. Okay, so I haven't done particularly brilliant there, unfortunately. That is 1.2 seconds behind, and I'm about to go off track. Never mind. And that's the end of that car. So we'll service that. So 2 cars raced. 1 car improved on. The second car hadn't. But in the same series, we have got. In fact, I think the Koenigsegg. Yeah. So there's a couple of cars. So I'll come back to that one as well. Let's do the Koenigsegg Agera RS. So this is around the Hockenheimring Grand Prix circuit. It's fully upgraded. Its grip definitely looks better than the Regera. So let's see how I get on. So I've got to be 114. So let me just, if there is already a shadow, I won't bother doing a reference lap. And there isn't. Why is there not? So I'm not going to put, I might regret saying that, but I'm not going to put, yeah, this car feels better immediately. I think I've just gone off track though. Oh well. Let's try that again. Is it going to give me a shadow? Yes, it is this time. Yeah, I do think there's just a little bit of a lag in terms of downloading shadow information. I noticed this yesterday when we were doing a check on one of my team members, and he said that there wasn't the data, and then you went again, and oh, see, there you go, messed up again. Stop talking and start racing. I've got to think about where that biting point is. I think there's a little thing on the left hand side, a little marker. Should be using that. Because I do feel like I can go quite a bit quicker. So is that, no, not that marker. These markers here. What about that one? Is that too early? Too late? Too late? Too late. Man. Maybe what I should do is be safe and sorry. Right, I'm just going to carry on going around. I need to find where this break point is, because I've obviously got it completely and utterly wrong. I am all over the place on this particular one. Okay. Okay. I think I've got it. I think I've figured out where it is. So let's see if I can now put at least the first half of the lap together. Oh, come on. Wow. Not doing very well at all. Right, I'm purposely going slow. just round that bit. Right, let's see if I can catch up. Got a lot of improvement to be made. There we go. 3 seconds slower. Not very good at all, that one. But at least I got round without going off track. So Carlos has put Rubens Barrichello said this one day on a podcast. Right, okay, to do with the squeezing the wheel too hard. Right, got you. Okay, let's try again. So honestly, this car is good. The track I'm struggling with a little bit. And I'm forgetting which part of the track I've marked as the braking point. Okay. So I was 3 seconds behind the shadow. At this moment in time, I'm only a second. I thought I was going to go off track then. Oh, I've gone off. Shame. Frustrating again, but that's how it goes. Let's try again. And I get my foot down and I forget that I need to put the brakes on. Let's try again. There we go. Oh, come on. Man, so all I did there is literally a small difference, just braking a little bit later, because I'm thinking I'm braking too early here, and all of a sudden I'm off the track. That's how it goes. That's better. See what? I'm using those green markers and I'm forgetting which one it is because there's quite a few of them. Never mind. So I literally think I'm braking just a bit too early as soon as this straightens up. But it's too late when I get to that green mark. Look, again. Yeah. Wow, so close. Such a close difference. Struggling a bit here today, unfortunately, on this particular car. There we go. Okay. I just think that's a little bit too early that time, but at least I got round it without going off. But that's how close it is. There we go. A better lap, I think. Don't mess up here though. Okay, so that wasn't brilliant, but at least I got round it again. 1.6 seconds slower. Carlos has tried to set the sensitivity level to 7. I think that's that's too high. What I've done, because I've been fiddling. Obviously, this is what stream 4 is it now? Part 4. I had it at 5, and that was not enough. I did it to 4, and then to 3. I think I'm on 2 at the moment. And in fairness, I think that is about right for me. So I have been fiddling with it a little bit. So again, thank you for the advice, but I'm not going to take that particular advice on the sensitivity. As I said, I think I'm happy with where it is at the moment, and it is just my capability. So it doesn't look like I'm going to get any quicker with this car, unfortunately. But let's do that again. Let's do that again. Let's see what I can do. One final lap, maybe. Okay. Oh. That was close. That's probably the hardest part of the track, getting that braking point right. Oh, shame. Shame. Yeah, I was slow at that time, 2 seconds behind the shadow. So I am struggling. I do like this car. I think this car's okay, but I am struggling around this track. So I'm blaming the car. I'm blaming the track, not the car. And obviously, it's not the driver. There we go. So that's another car down. So 3 cars, only 1 car was able to improve quite dramatically on. Now I do have. Interesting. Let's have a look. So that's 1.8695. Braking as well. That would be a key. Let's have a look at braking. I'm going to skip the Koenigsegg 1-to-1 just for the moment because I think that'd be even worse. And it's the Daytona International Speedway as well. Yeah, we'll skip that just for the moment. Let's have a look what other cars we've got in the list. Road Garage. Maxed out. So I'll just go back because it might have ended up being the next car. Oh, you see, there we go. I've got the Hennessy Venom GT. Let's give that a go. Let's see how we do with this one. So, first series it's in, the Hypercar Charge. which is in the legend section on Road Collection. So let's have a look at the time trial for this. And the Koenigsegg is in that one as well. So maybe I'll end up doing it because it just feel as if if I feel as have I got all the cars in this series fully upgraded? No. 3 out of 4 though. That's not bad. Okay, so let's give this one a go. What track is it? The Dubai Autodrome. Okie dokie. I'll do the usual. If there's a shadow, I won't set it. And there is. Okay. Now this is interesting because I've been struggling with the braking points on this. Okay. Okay. I'm not feeling this car, to be fair, at this moment in time. So I am at the moment over braking, overcompensating for a lack of trust. Oh, come on, don't go off track now. There we go. Well, that's a shame. Okay, so I'm definitely going to do this. I suspect the shadow is with this car when either A, it wasn't fully upgraded, or B, the car I did the lap when the car needed servicing. Lee's put Group A is super hard. Sorry, let me read that again. So Lee has put Group A is super hard. Is a super hard for. Yeah, I can't read what you're saying, mate. I think what you're basically saying is Group A is super hard, and you've got to be playing for years to be able to achieve it. I think that's what you're saying, which is fair enough. Okay, so let me just. I don't get this sometimes. I had a shadow, but I haven't set a lap time. Right, so I don't have a shadow then, yeah? And yeah, I do have a shadow. Okay, there we go. Right. Pretty sure I'm braking in exactly the same place I did the first time. Maybe I did brake a little bit earlier. Okay. So apparently I'm 3 seconds up on a time that I never set. This game is weird sometimes. 4 seconds up. I've just got to make sure I don't go off track this time. I did brake way too early there. Please brake, don't go off track, you're going to go off track. Oh, yeah, there we go. Let's try again. I did brake very early that time. So, you see what I mean? I think the steering on this car is fine. So I think the sensitivity is correct. I think the issue is just finding those brake points. So it was here where I kept messing up. So I'm just going to go slowly around it this time. I do remember looking at this car thinking the brakes are a bit weak in terms of stopping. Okay, there we go. So I've still managed to go 5 seconds faster than what I've done previously. So I'm not sure that's an achievement, to be fair. I think the fastest around this track is 120, so I'm 12 seconds off the best. So there we go, long way off. Oh, 121, sorry. So 10 seconds off. Yeah, top 50%. That doesn't surprise me. So 132.949, 132.7 to get into Group F. I'm going to go round because I want to see. So it doesn't look at, again, it's another car where loads of people don't have this car. Oh, no, come back out. So yeah, there we go. I'm 20,000. So even though my time's not brilliant, if I'm in the top 50, that means only 40,000 people have this car, or at the very least have raced in this time trial, which isn't that many. I mean, you can say it says I'm in the top 50%. So maybe there's a few more. But it isn't many, really, of people have this car by the looks of it. But let's continue. Let's see if I can improve. Okay. think I've got the breaking point wrong on there, but so be it. Area of improvement. Don't go off track. Please do not go off track. There we go. Oh, come on. Lee Melvin has put what he meant was it's not easy to get 300 goal. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, I know. Don't worry, I know. I just like playing this game, but it is frustrating. This is a very frustrating few streams. I suppose the question is, will I remain 0 assists? I think it will depend. I think for the events, I might have to put assists on, but I think for things such as general playing in the game, and talking too much now. So I'm thinking for general playing in the game, for limited series, for any series in the game, I will do that racing without any assists. And then I think for the main big events, I probably will still go back to putting assists on, I think, at this stage. Because I do think it's key to win the cars. So if I'm not quite good enough at this moment in time, I'll leave assists on in terms of where I have them on. But what I will be doing come the next release is I will be turning one assist down. And I'm thinking at this moment in time, I'll be turning the steering assist down to low, is what I'm thinking. I think, having now done quite a lot of these, the hardest part is getting to know the braking points on each lap. And the problem is the braking points are different for each car. So there's a lot of things you've got to remember. So, for example, there, I wasn't really paying attention, but still I managed to find myself half a second up. Let's see if I can be positive now and stay on the track. One second up. Oh, don't go off track. I almost went off track there. So 1.5 seconds up, and I always brake too early. So let me see if I can brake just a little bit later. Still too early. Way too early. Yeah, and then I speed up and I mess up. I'm going to have to do a lot more practicing, I think. That's for sure. Oh, so close there. Try again. Let's do this again. Let's go. I've done it too late again. Oh, wait a minute. Oof, that was so close. Okay, a second up. So this is where I'm struggling with the braking point. So again, still way too early. Oh, oh dear. Look, I've almost lost all the time that I'd gained. It's a shame. So I'm only a second quicker there, and I could have been 3 seconds quicker. So Tristan do 35, welcome along to the stream, has put on the YouTube side, what is your level? Is the level 47? What do you mean by level? There isn't technically a level. Are you talking about the fame level? Okay, let's go again. Let's go again. Almost off the track there. Yeah, so this is another car that I'm struggling with, to be fair. But at least I have gone quicker. So. Okay. Now I reckon I've got the potential of getting 2 seconds back here if I don't mess this bit up. There we go. 1.5 seconds up. There we go. Now I think that's probably about as good as I'm going to get at this moment in time, which is effectively 9 seconds slower than the person in first place. There we go. And fortunately for me, the car needed servicing. So at the very time that I think, well, that's probably as good as I've got, I can get, the car needs servicing. So overall, my position in this time trial is I'm 13,385. But I'm only in Group E with a time of 1 minute 30 seconds, 0.675, which is a whole 9 seconds slower than the person in first place. I don't think it's too bad overall. I don't think that's too bad. So that's another car done. We're getting through quite a few cars this evening. So let's go back to the road garage. Let's see what other cars are in the 90 to 100 range. And is it possible, please, can we have a car that's actually got some decent downforce? Oh, it's gone straight onto... No, don't do that. Let's go back. Is that the one? Yeah. And now with that selected, go into maxed out. There we go. Okay, so that one will be tomorrow, as will any of the F1 cars that are at 100% because they're over 100 PR. Now, I think tomorrow might be okay because a lot of the cars, including this one, the McLaren MP4-X, have excellent braking capability and excellent grip. So I reckon I'll get on better with those cars. But we'll see in tomorrow's stream. I'm not going to do the Koenigsegg one-to-one because I've just struggled with these sort of cars. Let's see what other cars are in the 90 range. Let's have a look. They're all either just under or just over. Here we go. Here's one. The Aston Martin Vantage GTE 2017. Again, it's another car that's probably not got brilliant grip, but it's probably a car. I did see one of the Porsches that was raced yesterday in this game. You can sort of like do a bit of drifting in it. Not to say that I can, but might be worth having a look and see how that works. So I think that this series is just for this one car. No, it's a multitude of cars. Okay. So we do have a multitude of time trials available. Do have the Silverstone again, and I kind of like that one, so I might do that one. Do you know what? I'm tempted to do the Monza. I like Monza. We've not done Monza today, so let's do Monza. Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so Tristan do 35. I don't quite understand what you're asking when you say what is my level. As I said, are you talking about fame? Because technically speaking, there is no level per se in the game. But there is a fame score that you have, and the more, which isn't really to do with how good or bad you are. It's just to do with how often you play. So I can show that. I am just fiddling about here. I will be saying faster laps, getting a banker lap in. Again, I'm not going to do a reference with all right, this car is better at braking than the one yesterday. Oh dear, I've done an invalid lap. Oh yeah, you can brake really late in this car. So that's a shame. I could have set a time there. I could have set a time there. Let's have a quick look and see where that's. Obviously, that hasn't set. So I'm currently in Group I, apparently. So that's top 70%. So just to answer what I think Tristan do 35 was asking, I'm assuming he's going to be asking about fame. So I do play this game quite regularly. So my fame, as you see there in the top left-hand corner, is 593. There we go. So let's go back now to that time trial. And let me set an actual... Let me do a lap without going off track. I think I can do this. This should be relatively straightforward. Yeah, this car can brake really late. So here's another example. If you were to compare the car that I was racing yesterday around this track, the braking points are completely different. Yeah. Wow. So immediately I like this car. This car suits my driving style. Oh, apparently I went off track there. Let's get a banker lap in because I'm liking this car. Yeah, so I'm braking a lot later than what I was doing yesterday. This car's awesome. Let's fly. Oh dear. Getting a bit too cocky there, unfortunately. I'll remember that for next time. I thought I could brake really late, but no, not that late. Let's try again. Okay, so I'm already 2 seconds up. Okay, this is my second favourite car of the evening. Okay, so this is where I messed up with braking just a little bit too late. So now I brake too early, and I still go off track. Wow. Try again. Trial and error. Oh, oh, I do like this car. So maybe it's not just downforce that I like. I like cars with decent brakes. Oh, come on. Come on. I can do this. I can blow this out of the water. I know I can. Okay, there we go. 3 seconds up. Do not mess up. There we go. I was a bit unsteady around there, but good enough. 3.5 seconds improved. Okay, there we go. That is over 4 seconds. .4 seconds quicker. So surely that's going to be half decent. Let's have a look. Okay. No, not really. Group G only. Well, that's very disappointing. Okay. Fair enough. Let's have a look at how many people actually have this car. So I'm 30,000, so I reckon I can get to at least 20,000. But I'm only in top 50%. Okay, let's go again. Oh dear. Oh. I missed the second sign, so I thought the first sign. Missed the first sign, so I thought the second sign was the first one, and there was no second sign, and that was my break point. Okay, there we go. I can't believe I'm 10 seconds behind the fastest on this track. That's crazy. 1, 2. There we go. I'm only off a second up though. Oh dear. Oh, come on. Really? Really? See, this is what I mean. It's so sensitive on parts of the track and then not sensitive at all on others. Oh well. So no lat set, but I could have gone 2.5 seconds quicker. It's a shame. Let's try again. Let's try again. Retry. Final lap. Let's see if I can set a better time without going off track this time. One, two. Okay. was worried that that would count as being off track. Okay. 1.3 seconds quicker. So I was 30,000. Obviously, the car now needs servicing. So this is a good car. I like this car. Only top 40%. And I'm look at that. Okay, look at that. 20,000. I think in this game, my position in this game, generally speaking, is 20,000. That's where I think I sit in this game. I'm convinced of it. So let's take this for example. That's where I've sat 21,282, but I'm only Group F. If I come out and go to a series that pretty much everyone will have done in the game, in the amateur series, go to the first series in the game. So this is the first series that actually ever existed in the game. So even when people download it today, they're obviously pointing towards F1. But before F1 was part of the game, it was here. Okay, so there I am, a little bit quicker, obviously. 14,000, but I'm 14,564. And here, because of the number of people that have the car and have played the time trial, I'm in Group A. So I think overall this little exercise is working. It is frustrating because I'm not very good at guessing the break points. I can't feel the break points. I think that's the ultimate issue here. So also cars, when they go around the same track, completely different break points. So it's really hard when you've got 278 cars plus 162 to potentially race, to actually know each of those cars' braking points around each of the 20 odd laps, 20 odd tracks that are available. Oh, Don Seven Lover returns. Says a little message on the YouTube side. Welcome along again. He's put, "Hi, Uncle. Lots of love from India." Now, as far as I'm aware, I'm not his uncle, but welcome along. Thanks for saying hello. Very much appreciated. I hope you're doing okay. Good to hear from you. So, okay, there we go. So I think sometimes the percentage thing is a little bit misleading. I think, generally speaking, I am 20,000. I wonder where I am in this week's time trial. Let's have a look. What is my position? There we go, 11,623. Again, probably because not loads of people have got this particular car, and so therefore fewer people are setting times. But yeah, so I reckon, and I don't think it's a bad thing to be 20,000 in a game that has, I don't know, at least 2.5 million players, let's say. I don't think that's too bad at all. And obviously, it's always a case of, it's like the 90-10 rule. So 10% of effort to achieve 90%. That's pretty much what I've done. This last 10% of really, as Leah's put in the chat, it's really hard to get into Group A. It's significantly harder, in fairness, than what I thought it would be. It is, I think, easier with the slower cars. And I'm still sort of maintaining that. When you race a slower car that has a lower PR, its forgiveness of a mistake is greater. Whereas a really fast car, as soon as you've made a mistake, you're a second down. But there we go. So that's okay. So I did really like that Porsche car. So let me just go back into my garage. And obviously, because it was actually let me just come out of it. Let's hope. All right, selected the Ford. Okay, so back into the garage, into road garage, do a search, go to maxed out. I'm going to have to flick through some of these because I'd got all the way to the far right. Obviously, not from a political perspective, just in terms of the cars from left to right. Boy, do you have to be careful what you say nowadays. Okay, so that's the Regera. I do like the car, but I wasn't happy driving it. Same with the Hennessy Venom GT. There we go. Didn't even touch the Koenigsegg 1. The Koenigsegg 1-to-1. Do I give that a go? I tell you what I'm focusing on now, immediately now, is brakes and grip. I mean, braking looks to be quite high. Grips look to be intermediary. Let's give it a go. I feel like I might regret doing this, but let's just have a look at this car. Let's see how we get on. There we go. And as per usual, apparently I've not set a time, and yet somehow I've completed the time trial. Whew. So, when I do a race, do I have a shadow? The answer is no. So, okay, this time round, I will set a benchmark with my steering assist on high. Traction control can remain off, but brake assist I've just put up to low. So I'll set a benchmark and then go zero assists again. Okay, so my immediate response on this car is I do like this car. Yes. Of course, it's around this track, which I'm not a big fan of. I wonder where this one breaks here. There. Right. Okay. Now I'm trying to go as fast as I can because I do want there to be a little bit of a challenge when I take the assists off. So that is interesting. I kind of like this car. This is actually better than the other two Koenigsegg cars that I've just driven today. So that is interesting actually today. I am finding that it's not just the cars with high downforce, it's the cars that have good braking capability that suit my driving best in this game, that is. So let's go around and see which group that has placed that particular lap in. If it's true to form, then I suspect it won't be particularly high. I'm 5 seconds off first place, which I don't think is too bad. See, there you go. I'm in Group C, top 10. And my overall position with that lap, which I don't think was particularly brilliant, 4,916. This is a nice car. I like this car. Let's just have a look in here. So what was my lap? 111.584. So I need to go 0.6 quicker to go into Group B. Okay, let's see how we get on. Assists off. Overall, I don't mind this car. It will be interesting how I race it, though. Now, I think because the braking in this car is better, I can leave this a little bit later. So instead of here, there, I think not. No, I was wrong. No, I was wrong. The braking point is as before, as soon as that corner ends. Let's try again. Okay, I am pushing the limits just a little bit. So don't mind me. It's just all part of the learning experience. That's better. There we go. So I'm going to have to brake as soon as this curve ends. See, definitely feel like I was a little bit short there. A little bit early braking. It feels like a very fine line between braking early and braking late on that particular section of the track. Oh dear. So overall, that wasn't a particularly brilliant lap. I actually feel as if I could go a lot quicker, but maybe not. 5 seconds slower. So it's the usual thing. I'm 5 seconds slower than my current shadow. Working hard now to minimize that gap first off. Can I first off equal the shadow, which was set with assists on to some degree, compared to what I'm doing now with the assists off? And yeah, as per usual, that's where I lose it. I'm now a second behind. Oh dear. Okay, so I have improved. I'm now only 3 seconds behind. Blimey, this is hard. Oh dear. There we go. Yeah, I did. I did wonder if I'd put the brakes on a bit too late there. Let's try again. Stick to what you know. There you go. That's better. Phew, almost off. Oh dear. I've braked too late. Oof. How did I manage to stay on there? Yeah, struggling on that corner. Twice I've lost it there. Okay, there we go. Another improvement. So previously I was 3 seconds behind. Now I'm only 1.5 seconds behind. Oh dear, this is fun, isn't it? There's no like hard work on a Sunday evening. Still, it's cold outside. At least we're nice and warm in here. Let's try again. Oh, I braked too late. I braked too late. Braked too late. I knew I had. Oh dear. Try again. If I'm clever with that, I can be 0.4 seconds up on my shadow there. That's why I'm sort of pushing that to the limit. There you go. You see, look. Not quite 0.4 though. Yeah, I'm just able to get away quicker when I was that shadow. Still plenty to learn, that's for sure. Oh, I'm off. Real Jingies put lift and V. Welcome along to the channel. Thanks for commenting. There we go. Okay, just ahead. Let's see if I can get this right now. Amazingly, I'm still ahead. Well, that won't last long, I'm sure. Okay. Hardest part of the lap now. Well, I've been caught. Well, at least I didn't lose it that time. Oh, my word. Okay, so another improvement. Only 0.4 behind. So Real Jingy has put lift and coast methods work for me. Very good. Glad to hear that. um, all I find with lift. So the whole point of lift and coast is to save. Normally, is to save fuel, but effectively, the moment you're lifting, you're braking or you're slowing down. So The reason why I don't, I get what you're saying. It works for you because obviously you've got a bit more time to judge when you brake. Um, but in terms of going as fast as you can, I still think going as literally accelerating and braking at the last possible minute should mean you go quicker. But unfortunately, it means it's harder. And that's what you're seeing when we're going off track. So it's finding those break points at the latest possible moment and applying them at the latest possible moment. But I get there. I always do, mostly. Oof. Oh, just see. There you go. There's an example. Right, last attempt. So strangely enough, the Koenigsegg cars have been quite hard work. Yeah, there we go. I didn't do that on purpose, I promise. But there we go. So the three Koenigsegg cars, I haven't improved my time compared to when I had assists on. The cars that I've improved at up to this point have actually been two Porsches, but two Porsches that have had excellent downforce, in other words, excellent grip, and also very good braking distances. So I feel a bit of a theme developing here in terms of the type of cars that work for me. So there we go. So that's the Koenigsegg 1-to-1 done. So we're looking for cars in the 90 to 100 range. Did the Aston Martin. Wasn't a big fan. That's not it, obviously. Yeah. Was it that one I liked? Thought it was the Porsche. Maybe it was that one. Can't remember. Could have sworn it was a Porsche. Look how close that is to 90. Never mind. Okay, here we go. So this will be interesting. The Pagani Hurrah Hurrah BC. The Pagani Hurrah BC. So what's interesting though is the braking is very good on this car, and the grip is about as good as the Koenigsegg 1-to-1. So it will be interesting how I perform with this car. So let's give it a go. So we've got it in a number of series. The first series in the list is the Pagani Parade, which was actually not the first series this car was in. They've obviously put season 2 first because obviously they put the seasons in terms of on the series in the left hand side. But I think the first series this car would have been in would have been the second on the list there, the Essential Pagani. You say Pagani, I say Pagani. I don't know. Okay, so we have got quite a few different cars here. So let's do the Pagani Hurrah BC around the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, and this is a tough circuit, specifically when you start in the second part of this track, and you've got all those tight turns, but you've also got to do them at quite considerable speed. So again, what I'll do is I'll see if I have a shadow, and if I do, I'll just leave it on no assists. If I don't, then I'll try and set a time with assists on first. Oh, good. Okay. So I initially thought this car, I must have raced while it needed servicing, but look, it's just gone flying off. So there's no way that I did this. Okay, this car feels okay. Okay, I lost it a bit around there, but that's no surprise. Ooh, look at that. Wow. Somehow I've managed to catch my shadow. Oh, there you go. And I've gone off. Okay. Let's carry on doing though. Let's set a, if you like, see how many seconds I am behind my shadow, and that'll be the improvement that I'll have to make. That and obviously not going off track. Oh, and I went off track again. So we're looking at about 2 seconds. Let's call that 2.2 seconds behind the shadow, and I went off track twice. But there's some improvement to be had there. There's some improvement to be had there. So where am I? I'm in Group G. So again, I'm not particularly high. I'm going to go round because I want to see what my actual position is in terms of actual place. There we go. So 25,490. So I reckon the best I can do realistically is probably to half that. But I think, again, anything under 20,000 will be half decent. And why do I say that? Well, if I'm 25,000 and I'm in the top 50%, it suggests to me only 50,000, maybe a little bit more, of players in this game own this car. And therefore have raced on this time trial. So that actually makes it harder, I think, to get to Group C. So let's give that another go. So 2.2 seconds behind is what I achieved last time. I'm going to go off track. No, I'm not. Man, that feels really hard. It breaks quickly quite late on. Oh. Off again. And again. Okay, so I've gone off pretty much at the same places. And I went off here, so I don't need to speed up quite so much. There we go. Okay, so there's an improvement there. So I am now only 1.1 seconds behind. So that's an improvement of a second. So we're getting there. Yokota's put I like Spa as well, as it has a long track and is a little tricky. It is indeed. It's very challenging. It is a good track. I probably should race on it a lot more than what I have done on these streams. I think that and the Silverstone, in terms of what I'm trying to do here, are good tracks to test out on. But let's go again. Let's see if I can improve. Please don't go off track. Please don't go off track. There you go. Oof. Oh. But I got it then. No. Oh dear. It's hard, isn't it, this? Okay, there we go. Oh, come on. Never mind. So this is where I go wrong, this bit here. Break early, break early, break early. There you go. And again, break early, accelerate out. There you go. Okay, it's a shame I went off track. But there you go, that's how it works. Okay, so that's a lot better that time. Isaac Roos enters the chat on the YouTube side and says hi. Hello, Isaac. Welcome along again. Good to see you again. He says, happy Sunday. Thank you very much. Happy Sunday to you as well. Good to see you back. Okay, so probably only got one more go at this, unfortunately. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Sounds like it's raining quite heavily outside. Hopefully that will melt away the snow. Okay, there we go. About neck and neck. In fact, I'm slightly ahead now. A little bit behind now. Yet again, I slip off the track. And again. Let's end that there. Let's end that there and start again and see if we can do a proper lap this time. Does look like this might be the last go. And I think I've already messed it up. Yeah, there we go. So this looks like another car I'm not going to set a faster lap. Take me time. Last chance with this car. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna catch it. I've completely messed that up. I don't know what I was thinking then. But there we go. Brake hard, brake hard, brake hard, brake hard, brake hard. There you go. Brake hard. Don't get off the track. As it stands at this moment in time, I'm not going to catch my shadow. Oh, although then again, I almost did. Oh well. I could beat him just by going over here. There you go. But obviously the lap's invalid, so. So I did actually like that car. The Hoorah. The Pagani Hoorah. I'm sure it's not pronounced like that, but that's how I'm going to pronounce it. Hoorah BC. I like the car. It's good. It's difficult to drive, but it's got sufficient downforce, sufficient grip, and sufficient braking to give me an opportunity to beat my current best time. But I didn't. I didn't do it. So Isaac has asked, "Am I on a live stream tomorrow?" I am. The live stream tomorrow will be from 6 p.m. and I'll be doing the final part in this series, and I will be racing cars of a PR of 100 or greater. So yeah, and it'd be a similar sort of thing, which is seeing if I can set as fast a lap as possible with all the assists off. And other than day one, actually day one and part one and part three were pretty good, I think, in terms of setting faster laps. Part two was an absolute disaster. Today hasn't been too bad. It's not been brilliant, but it's not been too bad. A couple of cars I've set faster laps on. I'm intrigued what tomorrow will be like, because a lot of the cars tomorrow have amazing brakes and amazing grip. So I wonder if those top of the range cars might be better for me, but we'll see in tomorrow's stream. Okay, so there we go. So that's the Pagani. Hoorah. Did I just select maxed out? Yes, I did. Good. Let's see how we're doing in terms of stream time. So we're 2.5 hours in. Do I use that car? Okay, so we've got another Porsche, and I've been doing well with Porsches. So let's give this a go. Looking at its brakes, 83 feet, looks to be pretty good. Looking at its grip, 1.71 grams is okay. It's not brilliant, but it's not rubbish. Let's give this car a go. So road collection in the elite section, Porsche Ascendancy. There we go. The Dubai Autodrome International Circuit. Now, I have a time. I'm in Group H, so that's not brilliant. 29,000th. 29,000th. So again, it says to me there's only about, more than 50,000 and no more than 60,000 people have this car, is what that says to me. But that's quite interesting. So 4,000 from going out of Group H into, I guess, what would be the 50% group. So yeah, I reckon there's only 50,000 people that have this car. Okay, so let's give it a go. 1 minute 14. Do I have a shadow? I do indeed. Now, if you all remember the other car that I was doing around here, I braked earlier, or what that previous car wanted, and yeah, I didn't need to brake quite as early with this car. Almost off track there. Come on. Don't go off track. So I'm definitely coming to a conclusion. I mean, if I was quicker, I was only just quicker. Let's have a look. There we are. Only ever so slightly quicker. But my conclusion is, in terms of my driving style, if I'm going to go assists off, I'm getting the better results with cars that have high grip and excellent braking. There we go. Let's give that another go. I reckon there's a bit of improvement to be had there then. So I'm still in 60%. So 1:13.069. So I've got to go over a second quicker, to be fair. So let's see what I can do. There we go. So this car can brake a lot later. Oh. I pushed it a little bit too far there. Let's give that another go. Yeah, I pushed that too far there. Sorry. Just testing the limits. Just testing the limits. Let's try again. There we go. That's better. Get on that acceleration early. There we go. Already a second up. Don't mess this up though. I think I've just messed that up. Okay, so this is again another car I really like. Come on. There we go. 2 seconds up. There we go. All right. So it's harder to, I mean, it does make sense. It's harder to master the cars that are low on grip and low on braking if you're doing the zero assists. and it's a lot easier to master the cars that have good grip and good braking. I'm I'm only in Group G, which is 50%. But look at that. I'm 20,000. That's my place. That's my place in this game. 20,000. Oh dear. Which isn't bad when you consider, quite a lot of people play this game. It's in the millions. At least I think it's in, or rather, if they're not playing it now, at least 2 million people own some of the earlier cars. So I did a 112.227, and to get out of Group G, I need to do a 112.078. So I've only got to go quarter of a second quicker. That's easier said than done now, to be fair. But let's give it a go. Oh dear. Let's quit that then. I just literally touched. I don't think even the whole car went off, but there we go. Let's try again. Oh, just a little bit off there. I must have braked a little bit too late. Try again. Go, 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 go. Oh. Oh dear. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. Let's see how we're doing. Oof. Wow. So that would have taken me up a group. I was 0.3 seconds quicker there. But unfortunately, I did go off track. So that doesn't count because those are the rules. Okay, so let's go again. Let's see what happens. I think this might be the last car of the day. But it's not been too bad a stream today. For the most part, I've enjoyed racing these cars. Oh, yes. Where is the brake? There. There. Oh dear. And I lost it. Shame. You think, I tell you what the issue is. I think, oh no, I braked too early. And I haven't. That's the problem. Come on. Oh, right on the edge there. Man. This is another car I like. I do think it is all about the cars. It's all about how good the cars are. At least to begin with. Obviously, once you've been doing it a while, it probably comes like second nature. But at the moment, definitely selective on the cars with high grip and high braking capability. Let's go again. I can definitely see me getting quicker on this car. Let's see if I can actually put that into practice, though. Look at that. That's where I make a mistake. Right on the edge, and I fall off. Try again. Let's do it this time. Oh, oh dear. We'll get there. We can do this. And if we can't, there's always tomorrow. But this car, I like. Don't go off the edge. There you go. Just play safe. So I'm up by a quarter of a second. Where am I braking? I think I'm braking here. Oh. Probably could have flung that round that corner then. I still think I'm doing this all wrong with the braking. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Keep hope down. There you go. Come on. All right. So there we go. 11.786. Into the top 40. What was my time? 11.786. Again, another 4 attempts would take me out of Group F. So, you might go, but it's only Group F. But the thing is, there is a difference depending on how many people actually have the car and therefore are playing in the particular series. I think in any weekly time trial, if I'm getting to 17,888, I'm at least in Group C, I think. And the reason why I'm lower is because so few people own this car. But the people that do own it will be those that play it regularly and are high achievers in the game, I think. Obviously, apart from myself, I'm not putting myself in that category. Sometimes I have to think these things through before I speak them out. But you know what I mean. I'm sure everyone knows what I mean. There's only effectively 50,000 people that own this car, and I'm in the top 40%. Whereas I think if lots of other people had this car, I think they would set slower times than me, and therefore I would naturally move up. That's what I find also on the weekly time trials. I literally, well, actually not the weekly time trial this time, but in the 2 week time trial competition for the Bugatti Bolide, I literally didn't set. I was in D. I never set a fastest lap. And all that happened is because of so many people racing in this event and setting times slower than me. It meant through creep, I moved from Group D to Group C because it is just based on percentages. So clearly, 95% of people raced in the game and set a time worse than mine, maybe even more than 95%. But there we go. So that is an intriguing experiment today, I think. Are zero assists hard? Yes. Are they fun? Yes. Are there certain cars that work better with zero assists? Absolutely. But I do think it will depend on the type of player you are. For me, the cars that work best are not the fastest car, not the cars with the best acceleration. It's the cars with good grip and excellent braking capability. Those are the cars where I found it a lot easier to go to zero assists and be able to set a faster time with zero assists. I've done it now with 3 cars. All of those cars had excellent braking and fantastic grip. The other cars, not so much. They were fast, they had incredible acceleration, but they had mediocre braking. And in fairness, just okay grip. So obviously it makes sense that those cars are going to be harder to master when you're not having any assists on. So there we go. So that's an end to today's stream. Been a bit of a long one. My general conclusion now on zero assists is it's doable, but only on certain cars. And I'm repeating myself here, specifically cars with good grip and good braking. After that, it simply just takes a lot of time and effort to start setting quicker times with zero assists. Look at that. We've just finished in time as the iPad is running low on battery. Okay, so overall, I think that was a positive bit of work. I raced, I think, a total of it was either 6 or 7 cars, might have even been 8, and I set fastest times in for 3 of those cars. The other remaining cars, I did at least set a quicker time on the last time that I was doing a lap without assist compared to the first time. I just didn't set the overall fastest time compared to my shadow that had been set with uh, steering assists on high and brake assists on low. So still quite a lot of work to do. Uh, but yeah, feel like I've made a bit of progress over the last few days and really highlighted the sort of cars that that are going to work for me in terms of if I decide to go down the zero assist route. And probably just as important, what cars won't work for me. So there will be a final part to this little mini series, which will be tomorrow. It will be on. It will be at 6 p.m. Monday, and it will be racing those cars with a PR of 100 or more, and those cars that have a fully upgraded. Um, Sorry, let me start that again. On cars that have been fully upgraded, because I get an unlimited use of time trials, and B, the cars themselves have double durability. I will make sure that the cars that I do race tomorrow, they have the full amount of durability, because that does seem to make for a difference in terms of how the stream goes generally, and how the racing goes generally. So that's what I will make sure that I do for tomorrow's stream. So there we go. Overall, I reckon relatively successful. Made some improvements overall, I think, all the way up to cars just under the 100 PR mark. So, with that being said, let me just thank you all for watching. Thank you for everyone that's commented in the chat. Um, I hope whatever is left of your day is a very good one. I hope to see you all tomorrow in tomorrow's stream, which will be Monday, the 6th of January at 6 p.m. But until then, I guess all that remains for me to do is to say thank you and goodbye.